Good morning, students. Am I audible? Yes, so yesterday we were doing the nomenclature. I'll quickly give this name. Many of them have already finished, okay? But then the one who has done, just check out whether your answers are correct, okay? So here we were naming the anionic complex because if a metal comes first, that means the whole complex carries a negative charge, okay? So with that, you have an idea that the complex is an anionic complex. And when you name an anionic complex, first you are going to name the metal, then you have to give a space. After that, you have to go for the complex where you will start with the ligand first, followed by the metal. And then you have to give the oxidation state of that particular metal. So here you are having K first. That means the name should be potassium. So it is potassium, and then we are going to the complex part of it. So before that, give a space. And then in the complex, you can see there are 6 CN group. So it should be hexacyanido because cyanide group, so cyanido. Then after that you have a metal, transition metal, but then here you are not writing the normal name of it, you are going to write the Latin name of this particular metal. So Latin name of Fe is ferrate. Then coming to the oxidation state, so you can find the oxidation state here. Cyanide carries -1 charge, so -1 into 6 will be -6. -6, potassium is +1, so +1 into 3 will be 3. So -6 plus 3 will be 3. Okay, that -3 will go that side, no, because equal to the whole complex is 0. So that is the reason why 3 will be the oxidation state. If you want, I'll write it here. Potassium is 3 plus iron we don't know. So that I'll write it as it is. Then we have cyanide which is -6. Whole complex is 0. So that is the reason why Fe is equal to +3. Okay, and that we have to write in the Roman number. Okay, then after that, the next one over here is mercury. Hg is mercury, so mercury, and then again leave a space because it's an anionic complex, leave a space, then go for this complex part. So you have 4 SCN groups, so it is 4 means tetra, so it is tetra, and SCN is thiocyanate, so it is thiocyaneto group, and then followed by the transition metal, that is cobalt, but you are going to write the Latin name, so it is cobaltate. Okay, so it is cobaltate, and then after that, write the oxidation state of it. Okay, so oxidation state of mercury is also +1. So you have +1, and then mercury is +1, cobalt we don't know, thiocyanate is -1, -1 into 4, -4, and whole complex will be 0, neutral it is. Okay, so here cobalt will be carrying +3 oxidation state, so it will be 3. Okay, so this is how you were supposed to name an ionic complex. Now I'll go for the next part of it, that is the neutral complex. Okay, neutral complex is very easy to name. It's similar to how you have named the cationic complex. Okay, rules are similar. So when you are naming a neutral complex, you can write third one. Third category of naming is of neutral complex. So here, first you will be like neutral complex will just have one. Okay, a coordination sphere will be there. Inside that you will find one metal, and then you will find many ligands present. Okay, so you will start with the complex itself because there is no counter ion present here. So you have to name the, when you go inside the sphere, you have to name the ligand first. So you will start with the name of the ligand, name of the ligand, and it should be again alphabetical order, according to alphabetical order. Is it? Now, can you all see the screen now? Is the screen visible now? Okay, okay, fine. So I was telling you, for the neutral complex, in the coordination sphere, you will have a metal and then the ligand. So you will start with the ligand first, name of the ligand according to alphabetical order. Then you will go for the metal. Okay, so that is a common name of the transition metal. Normal name, no? So common name of the transition metal. Okay, no writing the Latin name. Latin name is only for anionic complex. For neutral and for cationic, it's a common name. Common name of transition metal, and then followed by the oxidation state. Okay, immediately after this, you will be writing the oxidation state of that metal. So it is the oxidation state, and that oxidation state has to be written in Roman number. Okay, in Roman number within the bracket. So here is the rule. This you can put in the box, okay? So that you'll be able to remember it correctly. Now, can you all see the screen? Students, is the screen visible now? I don't know what's wrong today. Okay, fine. Yes, I've taken the example now. We will go with the example. So your neutral complex, because there is no charge, you will understand it's a neutral complex. Now naming this, we start from the sphere itself. No, so here first you will go for the ligand, and only one kind of ligand is there. So it's a homoleptic complex. So 4 CO group. So that means it is 4 means it's tetra. CO is, what is CO called as? Carbonyl. Okay, so here you have 4 CO, so it will be tetra carbonyl. Okay, so the name starts again with small letter, you have to start. So tetra carbonyl. Okay, and you will write it as one single word, there is no spacing. So tetra carbonyl, followed by we have the transition metal common name, so that is nickel. So tetra carbonyl nickel, oxidation state now. Oxidation state of nickel. See, carbonyl doesn't carry any charge. It's a neutral molecule. So here it's 0. Correct, no? Whole thing is 0. If you want, I will write it like this. Nickel plus carbonyl is 0. The whole complex is also carrying a 0 charge. So that means what is oxidation state of nickel? Nickel oxidation state is also 0. So within the bracket, you write 0. Yes, now second one. I think you have finished. Second one. Now you all try this. FeCO5. You all tell me the name for this complex. Yes, what is the name? Common name, okay? Common name you have to write. Common name of that transition metal. So here 5 is penta, correct? No? Penta, carbonyl, pentacarbonyl, then Fe is called as iron, no? So you will write as iron. Common name. Ferrate you will write when they ask you the Latin name of it for anionic complex. Now it's neutral complex, and even I said for cationic complex you will use the common name. So it is pentacarbonyl iron. Oxidation state is going to be, yeah, 0, because the whole ligand over here carries a 0 charge, so that means the metal also will carry a 0 charge here. Okay, so I hope you have followed now how to write the name for cationic, anionic and neutral. Okay, this many are enough. One more category is there. Before that, I want to like give you a few example which will be given with the charges. Okay, so I will give you that. You can tell me the name for it. Okay, now here this I will try. One more I will give it to you. Okay, for doing. So here see this type of complex if they give you, where the complex is carrying a charge. Okay, there is a negative charge over here. So then how to name them? Here complex you will start first because there is no counter ion. Okay, so already if there is no counter ion present, you will directly start with the complex part, and in that complex you have to start with the ligand. So it will be 4 chlorine is there. So 4 is tetra and Cl is called as chlorido. So it will be tetra chlorido, and then you will come to the, that is a nickel part of it. Okay, so you will write now here, see it's a negative ion, no? So negative complex means you have to write the Latin name, so that you have to understand here. So it will be tetrachlorido, that is fine. Then after that identify what type of complex it is, so you will be writing nickelate. Okay, so this will be nickelate, and then after that find the oxidation state of this nickel. What do you think is the oxidation state of this nickel over here? Chlorine is there, no? So that means it will be -1 into 4. So that is -4. Yes, very good. And the whole charge on them is -2. So nickel is going to be +2 oxidation state. So you write 2 here. After that, because there is a charge, it's an ion, no? So you will end up writing ion. Okay, whether they are positive or negative, you will just write ion. Okay, and how we will understand? By seeing the name whether it is negative or positive complex. By seeing this Latin name we will understand whether the complex is positive or a negative complex. Okay, so this is the one kind which could be asked over there. Okay, so write down this, you can write as an example. Okay, now you all try this. Okay, the next one I've given here, platinum, then you have NH3 twice, then Cl group is there and the whole charge on them is positive. Between these two ligands, you have to find out which comes alphabetically first. So NH3 is for amine and then Cl is for chlorido. So tell me which one will come first. And how is the name? Yes, correct. Yes, students, answer. Yes, very good. Many of them have answered yes. So it is diamine, diamine, then you have Cl, chlorido, and then coming to the transition metal. Since it is positively charged, so you have to write the normal name of that. Okay. So platinum, and then oxidation state. So oxidation state you can understand from here. This is Cl minus 1. Platinum we don't know. This is anyway 0. So minus 1, and the whole charge on them is plus 1. So 1. Okay. So when you add them together, you will get plus 2. So that is the reason why oxidation state is 2. And since they are carrying a charge, you will end the name with ion. Okay. Yes, very good, students. So I hope you are clear with this, writing the name. Did everyone understand how to write the name of this complex? Because when you're talking about coordination compounds, you need to know how to write the names of them. Otherwise, how are you going to recognize the compound? Okay, if you don't know the name, then it's no point in studying the complex. So that is the reason why this becomes important. Okay, now I'll go for the next category. One category which they have given to you here in the book, that is about double complex. Okay, one category of this type you will be able to find in your book. Only one example is there, but then still you need to know how to write the name, because this was asked also in the exam, because it's an exceptional case. So see how to name this. The example is this one. Okay, it's Ag NH3 twice, and then AgCN2. Okay, so this is the complex, and it is called as double complex because here the charges are there. No, both the complex are of different ions. Okay, one is positively charged, because if two complex are attached together, that means the first one is positively charged and the next one is a negatively charged complex. So that is the reason why they are held together. Okay, so this type of complex are called as double complex. Now if they give you this kind, okay, this kind if you get, then how will you name? So you know that in the complex you have to start with the ligand first, then you have to go to the metal part. Okay, again here next complex you will come, then you will start with the ligand first, then you will go to the metal, and immediately after the metal you have to write the oxidation state. Okay, so when you have to name them, you will name the metal first, and the name of that metal will be the common name. Okay, this will be the common name. After that you will go to the ligand, you name the ligand, followed by you will write the oxidation state of that metal in the Roman number. Okay, and then you will go for the next complex. Okay, after cation is over, then you will go for the anionic part. So here it is a common name I gave you because it's positively charged, it's a cationic complex, so that is the reason why it's a common name. Then when you go for the next bracket, that is the next coordination sphere, you will start again with the ligand. Sorry, name of the ligand should come first. Okay, name of the ligand, and then you write the name of transition metal. Okay, name of transition metal. Then oxidation state, again here you will start with the name of the ligand, name of the ligand, and then you will start with the name of transition metal. Okay, name of the transition metal. But how are you going to write the transition metal name? It should be the Latin name. Okay, this should be the Latin name. The second one is there, no, because it's negatively charged, so that is the reason it's a Latin name. And then after that it will be the oxidation state. Okay, so this is the order you need to follow when you have a double complex. The concept is similar, no students. You don't have to by heart anything. Just you need to understand that if two complex are there, one is positively charged, one is negatively charged. So you name them how you name a positively charged complex entity, and you name this one how you name the negatively charged entity. Okay, so that is how it has to be named. So we will start with the name of this. So you're 2 and then you have NH3 group. So it should be diamine. So the name will be, I'll here, diamine, small letter again. So it will be diamine. And then after that we have the common name. Okay, the normal name of the transition metal, that is silver. Okay, silver. Then you have to write the oxidation state of that. And you know silver's oxidation state is 1. So you can normally write 1. Okay, because the common oxidation state for silver we have is only 1. So 1 I have written here. And then after that, come to this complex, 2CN group. So it is going to be dicyanide, dicyanide, and then you have to write the Latin name of it. Okay, that is argentate. Okay, so argentate, and then you write the oxidation state of silver again. It has to be 1. You can cross check whether if you give 1 oxidation state, will the whole complex agree with that oxidation state. We can check that out. Okay, so if you give here as 1, okay, so this will be 1. That means the whole complex will be positively charged. Okay, so this will be correct if you give silver as 1. I'll write it down here. Okay, if I write here 1, ammonia anyways it is 0. So it's 0. Plus again silver we have given 1. And then plus cyanide is minus 1 into 2. So that is minus 2 is equal to 0. No, you needn't give a gap here. You can write continuously. Okay, don't give any gap. It is written continuously. After this bracket, you will have the next name. Okay, so I was telling whether it agrees, whether you get the whole complex as 0 charge, check out plus 1 and plus 1 plus 2 minus 2, so it is 0. So that means it is correct if you give. Because why I checked here, reason is some of the metal they have 2 oxidation state. Okay, so when they have 2 oxidation state, then you have to find out with permutation and combination which will go correctly, and that oxidation state has to be written. Okay, yes, write this down now. For double complex, this is the 4th category. Okay, no need to write ion at the end, because this plus and minus are getting cancelled by each other, no? So then the whole molecule, the whole complex is neutral. So no writing ion at the end, because the whole complex is a neutral complex now. So here this one is positively charged. The first one is there, no? That is positively charged. And the second one is negatively charged. So the positive and the negative cancel each other. So that is the reason why it's neutral, okay? Yes, correct. When you write the normal inorganic compound, their positive and negative charge gets cancelled with each other, no? Yes, correct. Like that only it is. One more example I will give you, so that in case in the exam, if they give you some other double complex, you should be in a condition to name it. So I'll change this. Okay. See this one, you all try naming. Platinum, NH3, 4, and then platinum, Cl4. Okay, it's a double complex. So here, this first complex is carrying a positive charge and the next one is carrying a negative charge. And remember, platinum has two oxidation state. Okay, for platinum, one is +2 oxidation state, they exist, and +4 oxidation state. These are the two oxidation state in which platinum can exist. For silver, I said there is only one, Ag plus. But for platinum, it is +2. If you want, I will name this. See here how to start with. First, you will start with this complex part. Okay. So 4NH3. So 4NH3 means it should be tetraamine. Correct, no? So it will be tetraamine. Tetraamine. And then we have PT. So that is platinum. Okay. The common name has to be a platinum. So platinum, and then after that you have to check out what will be the oxidation state of this platinum. Okay, so that we will check out later. Now I will go for, I have just put them like this. Okay, now I'll go for the next one. 4, then you have Cl. So 4 means tetra again. So tetra, Cl is chlorido. Okay, so tetrachlorido, and then the next name has to be a Latin name. So it is platinate. Okay, so it has to be platinate. Okay, then we have to write the oxidation state of this. Now check out which oxidation state will go. +2 will go correctly with this, or +4 will go correctly with this. Okay, so if I take now +2, then this will be correct. Why? You know, because the whole complex should carry a positive charge here, because NH3 is anyways going to be carrying a 0 charge. So that means this platinum, if you take +2, the whole complex will carry +2 charge. Okay, and then if you put +2 for this also, that +2 and then -4, so then the whole complex will carry a -2 charge. Correct? So then that means this +2 and -2 has cancelled each other to form this complex. So 2 is the correct one. If you put 4, what will happen here is, see this platinum, if you put 4, okay, understand, this platinum with NH3, then you have 4. If you put here +4, then okay, the whole complex will carry +4 charge. What about this one? The next one you have platinum Cl4. No, if you put +4 here, this will be -4. Then that whole thing will become 0. Okay, understand why we are doing this. Okay, this +4 and -4, whole thing will be 0. That whole complex will carry a 0 charge. Then how are they going to bind with each other? This is not possible. Okay, if two complexes are existing together, that means one is positively charged and one should be a negatively charged. So if you put +2, only that will go correctly with this complex. Okay, because if I put +2 here, the whole complex will carry +2 charge. This will carry +2 charge here, because ammonia is 0. And if you take +2 here, +2 -4 will be -2. So that is the reason why they cancel each other correctly. Okay, if you take +4 here, platinum as +4, this -4 will get cancelled and it will be 0. That is not possible. So 2 is the oxidation state. That will be the correct oxidation state. Did you understand, students, how to do this? Should I repeat this once again? Okay, I will repeat. Wait 1 minute. Naming is understood. Only the oxidation state might be a problem. Correct, no? Naming, have you understood? Okay, so then I will tell you about the oxidation state of it. Okay, yes. Yes. So see here. So platinum NH3 4. Okay. So here we are understanding what oxidation state will suit correctly for this platinum. Okay. So here I told you platinum has only two. Okay. You remember platinum has only two oxidation state possible for the complexes. One is +2 and the other one is +4. Okay. We will check out with both which goes correctly. Okay. So before that, you need to know if two complexes are there, one will be positively charged and one will be negatively charged. Okay, this one complex will be positively charged and one complex has to be negatively charged. We have to get it like that. Okay, so here if I take now platinum +2 oxidation state. Okay, +2 if I take, ammonia anyways carry 0. Correct, no? So that means the whole complex is there, no? The whole complex will carry +2 oxidation state. That will be the oxidation state of the metal itself, because ammonia doesn't carry any charge. Okay, they are not going to contribute any charge for the metal. So whatever charge is there for the metal, that itself will be the oxidation state on the complex also. Okay, now come to the next part of it. Next part, if I go here, the platinum if I take as +2, Cl minus, like that 4 are there. Okay, so if I take this as +2 -4, correct, no? So +2 and -4 altogether it will become -2. That means the whole complex will carry a -2 charge. Getting? So if this way we get, then it is correct, no? Because +2 and -2 will cancel each other to form the complex together. So that is how this complex might have formed. Now we will check out with +4 also what can happen if I take +4 here. Let us take this as +4. Okay. So here for platinum, if I take +4, ammonia again I said it's a 0. Okay. So that means the whole complex will carry +4 charge. Okay. Now come to the next part of it. That is the anionic part of it. Okay, so here if I go to that anionic part, if I take +4, okay, for platinum, and then Cl minus is -1. -1 into 4 will be -4. Okay, what will happen to the complex charge over here? Complex charge will be 0. Now, will that be possible that one is having a plus charge and the one is having a negative charge interacting with each other? That is not possible, no? If you want a formation of the ion to take place, now for example, if Na plus has to combine with Cl minus, Na should carry a plus charge. Cl should carry a minus charge. Then this plus and minus will cancel each other to give you NaCl. Okay. If one is positive and one is 0, then this formation is not feasible. This is not possible. Okay. So that is the reason why +2 oxidation state for both of them will be the correct one. Did you follow now? Okay, very good. I will give you one more if you want. I will give you one more so that you are thorough. Okay. See, one more example I will take here. Sometimes the oxidation can be different also. Okay. You have to check out which will go correctly. So here you see I have taken different example. Find out for this one. First give the name for it. Once the naming is over, then you see what are the oxidation state. So the name will be, amine should come first, correct? No, so it will be tetra amine then chlorido. You can type the name, okay? If you have finished, students, you can just send the names to me. I will tell you whether it is correct or not. So tetraamine chlorido, then you have platinum. Oxidation state, I'll keep vacant. You have to tell me what the oxidation state will be suitable for this, okay? Then we will come to this, that is tetrachlorido, and then after that platinate. That is the Latin name of the transition metal. Then you have to give the oxidation state. So what do you think will be the suitable oxidation state over here for the first one and the second one? What oxidation state you think will go correctly? Two oxidation states are possible. One is +2 and the other one is +4. For platinum only these two oxidation states are possible. +2 and +4. So you have to tell me which one will go correctly. Whether I should write +2 on both the side, should I write +4 on both the side, or should I write +2 and +4, or +4 and +2. The complex one should carry a positive charge and one should get a negative charge. So see which will go correctly. Yes, very good. Yes. So I will tell you here, yeah, correct. Now it's correct. Yes, good, correct. Yes. Now we will tell you what is the correct answer for this. See here. Yes, many have given it correctly. So how did you find out? Let me explain that. Okay, you might have found out. See here. If you take now here for platinum, let me check out with +2 oxidation state. Suppose if I give +2 oxidation state for this complex, chloride is going to be -1. No, -1 into 2 will be -2. Then the whole complex will carry 0 charge. Correct? No. How is that possible? Not possible. You can't give +2 for this platinum. Okay, we can't give +2. That means it has to be +4 only. No other option. If you take +4 now, will it go correctly? You see. +4 if I give, then chlorine is -2. So +4 and -2, that means the whole complex will carry +2 oxidation state. So this goes correctly, you see. You should get plus oxidation state for the first complex. So this is correct. If I give 4 here, so I will directly write 4 here. Okay. Now check out for the next one. Okay. So here what you should get, if this is +2, then obviously you should be getting the -2 for the other side. Okay. Then will you get -2? Okay, if you take +2 here, only then it will be possible. Okay, so if I take now +2 for this platinum, +2, and then chlorine is -1, so into -4. So +2 and -4 altogether it will become -2. Only then they will get cancelled out and will give you a neutral complex like this. So that means this has to be in +2 oxidation state. It is just checking out which will go correctly. Okay, so that one complex gets a positive charge and the other one gets a negative charge, and both of them should be able to cancel out each other to give you this neutral double complex. Yes, over. Now I'll go for the next part. Okay, we will go for the rules for writing. Now what we have to do is opposite of it. Okay, so far I gave you the formula, you were writing the name. Now we will take the name and then we will try to write the formula for these compounds. Okay, that coordination compound. So give the next heading. The next part of it is writing the formula using the name. Okay, so writing the formula using the name. So again, when you are writing the formula using the name, first you have to write for the cation and then you have to write for the anion. Okay, so I will give you the rules here for you to remember. First, always it has to be a cation named first, then followed by the anion. Okay, you can write down this rule along with me. I am writing here on the screen. You can copy down these rules. Okay, so we are going to write the formula using the name. Rules first is you have to write the cation first, and then you will be followed by the anion. Okay, so then next one, after that, when you go for the coordination part of it, okay, always that coordination entity has to be written in a square bracket. Okay, coordination entity has to be written in a square bracket, should be written in square bracket. Okay, this has to be written in square bracket like this, because you have seen, no, for cation and anion, every time in the complex entity we had this coordination sphere. Okay, so remember, you have to write this complex of cationic or anionic complex within the square bracket, whether they are charged or whether they are neutral. Even neutral also has to be written with the square bracket if they are coordination entity. Okay, okay, next, after that, now in this coordination, within that coordination sphere, okay, the symbol of the metal has to be written first. No, you have seen always within this coordination sphere, what comes first? Okay, always the metal comes first, and then we have the ligand followed by. Okay, so always when you write within the coordination sphere, you will write the symbol of the metal first, and then we have to write the ligand. Okay, now if there are many ligands, you arrange them according to their alphabetical order. Okay, you arrange them according to their alphabetical order. Okay, so here ligand has to be written according to alphabetical order. Okay, done. And then after that, you will find that counter ion, that then we have to cross the valencies of that. Just that whatever charges you get here, suppose if the charge over here is positive, you will have a counter ion which will carry a negative charge. Let me take that as X. So X will carry one charge. Then you have to just cross them and write the whole complex. Okay. So write down the rules, take down this correctly. So I said, while writing the formula using the name, the rules are this. First, always the cation has to be written first, followed by the anion. And then coming to the coordination part of it, the coordination entity always should be ending with a square bracket. Okay, coordination entity should always end with a square bracket. And in that square bracket, which one you have to write first? Always the metal should come first, followed by the ligand. If you have many ligands, you see that you arrange them according to their alphabetical order. Okay, and then how many are there that you can put in the bracket, that you will understand, because I don't have to give you all that. You have seen so many complexes, you will be able to understand how to write. Okay, when I take example, that will be very clear to you. Then once we understand what are the charges, then cross them, and then we will write the whole complex at the end.